Welcome to the Incident Management series. In this video, we'll explore metrics and monitoring and how to use data to diagnose incidents. We'll learn how to leverage dashboards and metrics to understand the real impact of problems in your systems. By the end, you'll know how to turn raw data into actionable insights that help you respond faster and smarter to incidents. Metrics matter because they give us visibility into what's happening in our systems. There are three main pillars to remember. First is detection. Metrics help us spot issues early, often before users even notice something is wrong. We can see anomalies in the data and trigger alerts automatically. Second is investigation. When an incident happens, metrics let us drill down into the data to find the root cause. We can trace problems from the surface down to the actual component that's failing. Third is resolution. Metrics help us track improvements and validate that our fixes actually work. They show us when things return to normal. There are three main categories of metrics to understand. System metrics track the health of your infrastructure. Things like CPU usage, memory consumption, disk space, and network bandwidth. Application metrics focus on how your code is performing, response times, error rates, and how many requests you're handling per second. Business metrics measure the real-world impact, user engagement, conversion rates, and revenue impact. All three are important because together they tell you the complete story of what's happening. There's a framework called RED that's fundamental to monitoring. RED stands for rate, errors, and duration. Rate is simply how many requests per second are hitting your service. Errors tells you what percentage of those requests are failing or returning errors. Duration is how long those requests take to complete. When you combine these three metrics, you get a complete picture of your service's health. If rate goes up but errors stay the same, that's usually fine. But if rate stays normal and errors spike, that's a real problem. If duration increases, your service is getting slower, which impacts users even if errors aren't increasing. Think of dashboards as your command center during an incident. They serve three critical purposes. First is incident detection. Anomalies in your metrics trigger alerts automatically, sometimes before users report problems. This early warning gives you time to respond. Second is root cause analysis. Dashboards let you drill down into multidimensional data. You can see which service is broken, which instance is affected, and even which region is having trouble. This drilling capability is what turns raw metrics into real answers. Third is impact assessment. Dashboards show you how many users are affected, which features are down, and what the business impact really is. This helps you prioritize and communicate with stakeholders. Every monitoring dashboard needs four essential elements. First are alerts. These notify you in real time when something goes wrong. They're your first line of defense. Second are graphs, visual representations of your metrics over time. Graphs help you see trends and patterns that raw numbers hide. Third is drill-down capability, the ability to break down metrics by service, by instance, by region, or by customer. This is how you narrow down where a problem really is. Fourth is correlation, the ability to see multiple metrics together. This is crucial because problems are rarely caused by one thing. You need to see the relationships between different metrics to spot root causes. Let me walk you through a real incident to show how this all works. An alert fires. Your error rate jumps from 0.1% to 5% in just 30 seconds. That's a clear signal something is very wrong. You open your dashboard to investigate. You notice that only your API service is showing high errors, while your database metrics look completely normal. This tells you the problem is in the API, not the backend. You drill into the API logs and discover a memory leak in code from a recent deployment. Now you know exactly what's wrong and where. You trigger a rollback to the previous version. Within 2 minutes, your metrics return to normal and the alert clears. The whole incident went from alert to resolution in minutes, not hours, because you had good metrics and a well-designed dashboard. Understanding baselines and thresholds is critical for effective monitoring. A baseline is your expected normal state, the historical average of how your metrics behave when everything is working correctly. A threshold is the point where you say something has gone wrong. But setting thresholds is tricky. You also need to account for seasonality. Traffic patterns change. Peak hours are busier than off-peak hours. Weekends often look different from weekdays. During sales events or special promotions, your normal baseline might shift entirely. That's why you need continuous tuning. Start with thresholds based on your baseline, but adjust them over time based on the incidents you respond to. This helps reduce false alerts, which can lead to alert fatigue when your team stops trusting the alerts. When you design dashboards, keep these best practices in mind. First, show business impact. Include metrics that matter to your stakeholders. How many users are affected? What's the revenue impact? And are you violating your service level agreement? Technical metrics matter, but business metrics matter more. Second, enable drill down. You should be able to break down problems by service, by region, and by customer segment. This dramatically speeds up troubleshooting. Third, correlate related data. Display application metrics alongside infrastructure metrics. This helps you spot dependencies and see whether an application problem is caused by infrastructure issues or by bad code. Finally, keep it simple. Too many panels on a dashboard creates alert fatigue and slows you down. Focus on what matters. If a metric isn't actionable, remove it. Let me tell you what mistakes to avoid. Do group related metrics together so you can see the full picture at a glance. Do use clear, descriptive labels so anyone can understand what they're looking at. Do show historical context so you can see whether this problem is new or recurring. Do highlight anomalies visually so they stand out. On the flip side, don't overwhelm your dashboard with too many panels. More isn't better. Don't use inconsistent time ranges because that makes it hard to correlate events. Don't use confusing color schemes that make it hard to spot problems. And critically, don't skip annotations. When you've had an incident or made a deployment, mark it on your graphs. This helps you spot patterns and understand what caused changes in your metrics. Let me tie this all together by walking through the incident response workflow and where metrics fit in. Step 1 is detection. Your monitoring system alerts you when a metric deviates from its baseline. The alert tells you something needs attention. Step 2 is assessment. Your dashboard shows you the severity. Which systems are actually affected? How many users? This helps you decide how urgently you need to respond. Step 3 is investigation. You drill into the metrics to find root cause layers. Is it the service layer? The component layer? The resource layer? Each drill gives you more specific answers. Step 4 is resolution and validation. Once you implement a fix, you watch the metrics return to normal. When they hit baseline again, you know the fix worked. The alert clears and you're done. Here are the key principles to remember. Metrics tell stories, raw data reveals what's happening, and dashboards translate it into action. Correlation matters. No single metric tells the full story. You need to connect the dots across multiple systems to understand the real picture. Speed wins. Well-designed dashboards can reduce diagnosis time from hours to just minutes. And finally, continuous tuning. Baseline thresholds improve over time as you learn from the incidents you respond to. Use every incident as an opportunity to refine your monitoring. With good metrics, a solid dashboard, and these principles in mind, you'll respond to incidents faster, diagnose problems more accurately, and minimize the impact on your users.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.